I sent 22,885 code messages and booked 906 sales calls while people complain that code messaging don't work. And I'll share with you 5 lessons that I learned while treating code messaging as a scientist. And lesson number 1 is code messaging don't fail. It actually works. I'm proof of that. Bad offers is what fail. Because most coaches blame the channel. They blame that the channel is too saturated. This specific channel doesn't work for code messaging. People just hate DMs. No, no, and no. Here's the truth. Your outreach is only as strong as your offer. Of course, code messaging don't work when you have offer that sucks and offer that no one wants. When I switched to direct video pitches, the calls booked instantly because the message became undeniable. And the best part is that when you have a system that works, a VA could send it. That's what actually happened for me. VA sent all of these messages. I didn't need to spend hours in the inbox because my offer did the heavy lifting. Cold DMs are not the problem. Weak value and shitty offer is the real problem. And once your offer is sharp, then outreach becomes frictionless. And nowadays, personalization is dead. Relevance is what wins when doing code messaging. People think that code messaging requires long paragraphs. It requires hours of research, complimenting people post, or just you pretending that you like their content. All of this is outdated. In my system, the video pitch works because it's clear, it's short, it is actually a 20-second video, it is directly relevant to the person I'm sending this, and it is outcome driven. Humans respond to relevance, not flattery. And this is behavior psychology. The brain filters information by threat versus benefit. If your messaging signals high benefit and low effort, people will engage, even though it's this so-called code messaging thing. Of course, if your message is low benefit and high effort, people will ignore you. My approach respects their time and gives clear path to value, which is why it is working. You don't have to personalize it. It has to be relevant to the person. And if your offer is good enough, they will respond and they will book a call with you. And your system is always going to beat your motivation every time. Because most coaches send messages when they feel like it. And all of this create inconsistent data. This leads to inconsistent emotions. And of course, you have inconsistent results. And most importantly, you don't have a business. Businesses are not built on feelings. Businesses are built when you treat every system like a scientist. That's what I did. Every day I tested different angles. I tested different lines. I tested different call to action variations, tested different video length, targeting and timing. Of course, I didn't got it the first time. I didn't build a system that works the first time. It took quite a lot of variations and testing. But over time, these experiments formed a predictable outreach machine. And the result? This is a repeatable system. My VA run this without any skills or experience. They just send some video messages to people that look like my ideal client. And this is how you scale outreach without burning out. You don't have to spend 10 hours a day being there. You have to have a predictable system that works. And to build this system, you want to treat this as a scientist. You can see here all of the tests, all of the variations I did, all of them helped me book this 906 sales calls. Which actually leads me to lesson number 4, which is that feedback loops are the real secret to booking calls. You saw that 20,000 messages gave me something that nobody else has. I have a massive data set. I didn't do any guesswork based on feelings what works, or based on watching some random videos where other people tell you to use this script if you want to book calls. No, I measured everything precisely. And I got this from biology, because in biology, organisms evolve through feedback from the environment. In business, Your DM strategy evolves the same way. Every reply is data. Every objection is clue. Every ignored messages is experiment. Once you understand this, your outreach moves from this hope marketing to controlled evolution. This is why my system is so sharp. I treat this as a scientist, as a biologist who treats something. Measure everything. Every rejection or every success is a feedback. It tells me what to do and it tells me what not to do. And outreach will stop feeling hard once you detach from the outcome. The biggest lesson here is psychological, it's not tactical. Because when I stopped trying to convince people and I focused on testing, optimizing, and letting the system work, then I became immune to rejection. And here's the twist. When your emotions detach from the outcome, your result will always improve. People have a lot of negative associations and beliefs about code messaging. They think this is this pushy thing. They think it's not working. Yeah, it's not working because you don't have the right system. That's me saying content is not working. No, content is working and we have thousands of examples out there. I just suck in content and I'm not good yet to make it work, which is what I'm currently doing. Testing different variations, finding what works and then doubling down on that. Business is super simple, guys. You just have to have the right system building knowledge. When you have it, it just becomes a game where you test and find something that actually works. And the thing here is that you don't have to test a lot of messaging variations or you don't have to test a lot of client acquisition techniques because I did this. I have the data set, I did a lot of work, got a lot of knowledge from other people, and then that's how I built my own systems. You don't have to have for this trial and error, and you don't have to send all of these messages to find something that works. You want to be smart. You want to work with me so I can give you everything that I found after testing. So just click the first link in the description if you are a coach who is looking to get more high-paying clients.